Hello and welcome back to another episode of Terraria Let's Die. This episode I will be playing as Sid. Okay, as usual, starting on hard mode, nothing's there, nothing exists. You know the drill. Before we get a little bit of wood and start to actually gear up, see if anything's interesting. Copper axe is light, means it's faster, but it has less of a knockback. And the short sword is heavy, it means it's slower and has more of a knockback. Ironic how the exact opposite things do the exact opposite thing. But again, I have a normal wooden sword. Kind of annoying, but I really don't give a damn right now. It's like normally I try to get at least something of a stat on there, but since my axe got light on it, it means my axe is faster, so I guess I'm not too interested in putting on stats right now. Right now I'm doing a new recording. Actually, I have two people that you're never going to see their playthroughs about, and that took up about 6 hours of my time. But there was some weird recording issue that one of them had no video, the other one had no audio. And hopefully this one isn't going to be one like that. My guide today, his name is Kevin. I want to throw Kevin in lava because Kevin's a horrible name. Like, who would ever listen to some guy named Kevin and be like, hey, my name's Kevin, follow me? Like, no, you would never listen to some guy named Kevin. Like, unless he has, like, a cool last name. Like, if his name's, like, Kevin Smith or, Kevin, well, hell, just like Ben 10, that Kevin 11. Like, well, I could listen to a Kevin 11 guy. Like, that name's interesting. But no, just Kevin? No, just Kevin can go to hell. It's like, I already have my workbench out, so one of the first things I'm going to be doing is trying to build a furnace. That takes, I think, 20 stone and fire. But we have fire, so as you see here, all we need right now is stone. 20 stone, 4 wood, 3 fires. We have 3 fires, we have more than 4 wood, so we just need a little bit of stone. So, if anybody got some weed to share, I'm looking to get stone. As you see, I got some chests and some iron, and, well, no, that's copper, sorry. Kill these things. This is really nice. I got a boomerang, enchanted boomerang. The enchanted is part of the name, not a prefix. That was from before the prefixes came out. And then I got a zealous wooden boomerang. It does less damage, but it's got a higher critical striking. That's good, right? And I got some iron, which is really nice. Normally you don't find iron until you go underground, so getting a little bit beforehand is convenient. It doesn't really do much. It's not really all that helpful, but it does give a little bit of... One good thing about the enchanted boomerang is that it gives light, so I can throw it while I'm in the dark, and I don't have to throw around so many fires or torches. It's like I haven't used a boomerang in a while, so I'm a little bit rusty with it. Actually, I don't think I've used a boomerang in any game since Legend of Zelda, so Let's see, and now that I have enough to build my furnace, I'm going to plop down my table, plop down my furnace. Since I got a bit of iron, I can use that to make a anvil. I don't have enough iron to make anything more than an anvil. It'd be really nice if I could make, say, a sword or a pickaxe, but hell, I got an anvil in like the first 5 minutes of the game. It's not something you normally get to have to say. So I'm going to go through and knock out some of the dirt. By knocking out the dirt the way I did, I hopefully should be able to stop the dirt from growing under my building, or under my stuff. And with this small little abode, actually, you know what, screw it, I'm not even going to risk it, I'm just going to completely make a wooden floor. So, now with my small little wooden floor, I got a bit of a shack. Like, I don't actually want to make this one into a house. With all the other videos you've seen, I've pretty much made a house, like, almost the first thing. But I'm not actually wanting to do that this time. The reason is because you see that I have my little starting location marked. With my starting location marked, and I know that's where the starting location is, I can start to build around that. But at the same time, I don't actually have a material that I want to build a house out of. I could build one out of dirt or build one out of wood, but I'd prefer to build it out of stone. Just personal preference. As you see, the zombie still takes like 10 damage from this boomerang. So getting this enchanted boomerang early is a real help. Later on, it's about I want to say it's about a silver tier weapon. But still, that's better than I have right now. I'm working on with a wooden sword and copper gear, so silver's much higher than me. Let's see. And one thing I'm going to want to do is start to try to pick up some stars. You can see the light. Since I know I haven't put any torches over here, that means that the light could pretty much only be coming from a fallen star. If I can get 10 fallen stars, I can make a mana crystal and give myself some mana. I don't really have anything that requires mana. There isn't actually anything really early game that requires lots of mana, but having a little bit here and there is great. That, and it's pretty much like just about everything else. You don't want to wait till you need it to start to build it. You get 20 mana each mana crystal, it takes 10 stars, and with a maximum of 200 mana, that's about 100 stars. So, yeah, you see, I've collected 2 tonight. Sometimes they fall, and sometimes it's great to get them. Sometimes you can go an entire night without actually even getting a single star. And I've gotten myself into a dangerous place. See, bad thing about where I am is it's decently great fortified, so like supposedly it'd make it a little harder for me to die. But at the same time, it's underwater. Don't want to be underwater because it means I'm going to die. For some weird reason, I haven't done anything that I'm supposed to this one. I should have platforms and torches, and I've forgotten to do any of that. So let's actually do that now. As you can see, I have a bottle of water. Bottle of water will heal me for 20. Mushroom will heal me for 15. But like I've said before, bottle of water is an ingredient to potions. It's like the ingredient to almost every potion. One good thing about the boomerang is, like, the faster it hits, it comes back. So, if you're shooting in the air, it can suck to miss, but if you're shooting downwards, it's like, seriously, you can just kind of spam it. One thing that you're going to want to note, or if you do start playing, is items like the boomerang, like the items like the boomerang and like the flails that go out and then come back. You don't you don't really want them to have a speed upgrade on their prefix, because the boomerang, it's like, yeah, having speed is nice, but, well, you don't know if you're going to be throwing it out all this way to try to hit that, or if you're just going to be bouncing it off of this guy's face right in front of you. So the speed actually doesn't affect it all that much. It doesn't hurt quite as much with a boomerang compared to a flail. With the flail, it's actually not that uncommon for you to keep the flail outside. So, say, like, with the flail, if you hold the button, it doesn't retract. Well, it will retract, like, when you retract it, you don't pick it back up, you just kind of let it sit there. And that can be useful for plenty of things. If one of these zombies was coming at me, I could just place my flail and plop it down and walk a little bit, and when the zombie tries to follow me, he'd end up getting hit by my flail. That'd be useful. But the speed's much more important. Like, and for items like your pickaxe, your axes, and your or hammers, those you really want speed on, because like your pickaxe, your mining speed, like once you get to about the the shadow pit, you're gonna mine through just about everything in one hit. With the molten pick, the hellstone, you are literally mining through every material that is less than obsidian. So gold, copper, iron, silver. You're going through all that in one hit. Ebonstone and hollowstone, it takes a little more to go through, but you're still going through them pretty quickly. Shadow ore, meteorite, you're going through those in like 2 or 3 hits, if even that. Hailstone, it's about the same. You're going through it in just a few hits. So, it's actually not all that, like, its power is it goes through everything in one hit. So once you start getting that, you want to start working on speed with those items more than damage, because, well, you're not really interested in damaging people with these items. They're for mining. So if you can mine through an entire cave in, say, 2 hits, well, that's great. But it's like, yeah, you can kill some guy, but I can do my job. It's a lot like League of Legends. You'll end up getting a lot of people who, like, they'll min-max and be like, well, yeah, I can play Soraka to do damage. Like, I can play an AD carry, or an AP carry Soraka. Like, okay, that's great. But if Soraka can't heal, then what's the point of having her? Like, that's like the only point to having her on your team is she does healing. She gives a little bit of mana, she gives a little bit of a silence and AoE damage, but no, her ability is to heal, and if you can't heal people with her, what's the point? So that's just my 2 cents about it. It's like, it seems like I've actually gotten myself stuck in this little cave. Getting out's not too much of a hard problem, or not too much of a problem, but it's still a little bit of an irritant, since I probably should have been careful and not done that. Actually, I'm noticing I've probably actually gotten a little bit cocky, because of finding the boomerang. Normally, by now, I have cut down like 50 trees or something like that, but no, I think I've cut down like 4. And it looks like I'm about to die, which isn't. Yes, I made it. If you've been with me, you kind of know a little bit about water. It's dangerous, it can kill you pretty quickly. I've had characters that were doing amazing that died because I misjudged how long the water was. Ooh, sweet, another double chest. That's weird. He kind of spawned a little higher than normal. Or is there an underground here that I'm not seeing? And that's a golden chest. I think the game thinks I'm lower, or I'm deeper than I really am. Shit.